Yeah.
Unbelievable. We just did it. Graham, you're my saviour. Wow, everybody. We just started trying to record this, right? And it wasn't attached to the video on my YouTube channel, so it wasn't syncing and we couldn't go live. I had to just start again. But never fear, we are here. 7 minutes late. That's not too bad. If anyone's still there, please let us know. I just need to check YouTube that it's actually live. Let me have a quick check. Can you check that, Graham?
It says it's live in the top corner, 33 seconds in. So
right.
I think
connecting streaming software to go. Yeah, I'm not sure it is live. I'm just looking at some things backstage. Connecting streaming software to go live. Is it?
It's ticking away.
It's ticking away on here, but I'm not sure it's actually live until we've got we have confirmation. Oh yes, okay. there's 4 people watching. There must be somebody. Right.
I'm going to go to YouTube.
Okay.
And have a look.
There's 9 eyes. I can see 9 eyeballs looking at us, so it must be live. Someone tell. Yes, thank you, Quantum Dan, letting us know we are live, Graham. We can start.
Okay.
What a start to a live stream. Just had to start again with this entire thing. Right. Here we are.
Yes.
And today, of course, we woke up this morning and finally found out that the new Tesla Model Y Standard is with us here in the UK. It was not quite with us. But it is available on the configurator. So Tesla just launched the UK's cheapest ever new Model Y for £41,990, the standard rear-wheel drive. So what's the difference? Is the downgrade in parts worth it for the price? And will this be the autonomous bargain of the century? Perhaps in a few years' time, when we're looking back at it and going, "Wow, this was a fully autonomous car that you could choose to buy at £42,000." That's not a bad idea, is it? With me to discuss is Graham. How are you doing, Graham? Thank you for being here.
Good. Yep.
My local EV and Tesla expert, and just all round lovely bloke. So thanks for joining me. And let's have a chat about this, shall we? Yeah. Here it is. Already prepared. You see, I've prepared this bit. So this is what we're looking at. The old cheapest Model Y in the UK was £45,000. That's the rear-wheel drive, the version that sitting on my driveway right now, the version I bought. But Tesla has now deleted that and launched this new standard range at £42,000, exactly £3,000 cheaper than the one it replaced. However, it doesn't suffer any range decrease. In fact, it gains 3 miles. It now comes with 314 WLTP range miles versus the old rear-wheel drive at 311. So that's due to a bit of weight loss and a few aero efficiencies as well. I believe it has the same size battery pack as well. But the difference now then, Graham, is it's £7,000 is the difference between the standard version that we're looking at now and then the next one along the lineup in the trims is the long range. So I don't know. What do you think? Who's this going to be appealing to, do you think?
People looking for good value. I think if you're looking at the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, which starts at $39,990, but you need something with more space, this represents very good value, and especially if you're after a big hatchback as well. So it does offer really good value for money when you compare it to the Model 3 rear-wheel drive. I think it has its appeal, and the more I see this, I think the more I like it. Yeah, I've
got to say it's grown on me as well, just from the looks. Just staring at this image for far too long. I mean, it's simplistic sort of front end now, isn't it? That's lost the light bar, obviously, and the rear end has also lost the extra bit just underneath there. On mine is a nice darker material, but I think this looks really quite sleek and nice. I mean, obviously we've not seen one up closely yet, but there's quite a lot of people that say they prefer the look of this actually when you see it up close.
Yeah, I mean, it's got even more understated looks, I think, which Tesla is becoming synonymous for now, is good build quality, understated looks, and a lot of technology on board. So yeah, I think in that regard, it offers like amazing value for money. It looks clean. It's got very clean lines on it. But yeah, there's a few differences as well, isn't there, compared to the US model?
Well, there is. Yeah, let's talk about that then. So, with the exterior, you just really you've just lost the light bars front and rear, but on the inside, it's a bit different. Something I forgot to mention earlier in my video about this that I put out. I didn't mention that the glass roof is no longer visible through it, as in it's still glass, but you can't see through it. They've put some material on the inside, which I still find a bit perplexing. Apparently, it was cheaper to continue to make the glass roof just and then put some fabric on it. I don't know. It's not like the visible through glass. It's frosted apparently, so you can't just cut out a hole from the fabric and then there's a big glass roof. But you've also lost a few of the creature comforts. So things like the rear screen is no longer there. You've got a bit of a cavernous space where the front console used to be. Let me show you the. There we go. You can see the inside space there now. You've got a big. I think this might be quite nice, actually, just to put big bags and make it a bit more spacious in there, I suppose.
It reminds me a little bit of the original Model S when it launched, because that didn't have a console. I think that was optional extra at the time. And so it came with this big cavernous space. And there are people that like putting their bags in there. So
yeah, I think that's quite interesting. And here's a shot where you can see the roof lining, so it's not not glass above there. In fact, you can see it just in that one as well, slightly. And again, some people they've looked around this in America and driven and stuff. They quite like the sort of more enclosed feeling, because if you are in California, it's blazing hot all the time. You lucky folks. Perhaps you don't want a glass roof in that sort of in those sort of conditions. So each to their own, really. A few things that it's changed as well, though. It's lost its electronically adjusted. No, it's got electronically adjusted mirrors, but it's all done on the screen now, isn't it? But no, that's wrong. What am I talking about? It's the manual.
Because you use the scrolly wheels for the mirrors, don't you?
Yes, of course you do. Yeah, what was the
is it on? Is it now just on the screen, so you don't have the adaptation of the scrolly wheels? Yeah,
I think it's the seats are now movable, not on the seat themselves, just on the screen. That's what I was thinking of. My brain just wasn't quite keeping up. It's also got manual steering rack controls now, just like that top of the range Mercedes we were talking about last week.
The CLA,
CLA is now just gone back to basics and manually moving steering wheel. It's got basic ambient lighting, so I think just one strip of I think it's white, isn't it? Just the one light. You've got no RGB colours. The stereo is being downgraded to stereo. The hi-fi system, whatever you want to call it, is now just 7 speakers, down from, I believe mine is 9, so you don't get a subwoofer. The frunk lining, it sort of offended me a little bit when I first saw this, because what it just looks a bit unfinished, doesn't it? But I guess any penny counts, doesn't it, when you're trying to shed some weight and shed some cost in. So fine. I don't suppose many people are going to be that fussy about that. But it does keep the electronic boot. That's still operational and opening and closing. Yeah. And the rear folding seats, which are quite surprised too.
So on buttons.
Yeah, so you've got a button on the in the boot itself that you can just press, and all the seats fold flat. Okay. And they're still reclining as well. So I thought that was quite an interesting thing to keep. What I wanted to touch on was wheels, because the wheels on this are quite interesting, aren't they? If I just bring up the configurator.
I think.
Go on then. Talk me through the wheels. What are you noticing here, Graham?
I think the American market might be a bit jealous, because we've actually got the wheels that come standard on the Model Y, your version, the rear-wheel drive and the long-range rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. So they've got these are 19-inch wheels, whereas I think in the States they've got 18-inch with different coverings, different wheel design underneath. So we've got posher wheels over here.
We have. And could that be the £2,000 difference, because I've got to be honest, I was expecting this car to come in at just under £40,000. That was my best prediction. But being £42,000, that's the actual extra cost of these 19-inch wheels if you were to have them as an option in America. So I wonder if there may be an even cheaper option coming if you want the 18-inch wheels.
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why. To be honest, they've got different wheels to the standard fitted in America.
I know it's because these are much nicer. It's probably just because of that. I'm not a massive fan at all of the standard wheels on this.
No.
I think they look too small. I think in the old Model Y, and I remember Franz mentioning this, that he thought the wheels were perhaps a little bit too small for the size of the car on the base version, so they wanted to make it a bit bigger. So perhaps they're keeping these bigger. But I think these hubcaps are really nice actually, because I've been messing around with my a couple of sets I've had from EV Base. Link in the description if you want to have a look.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're nice, but I've actually gone back to really liking these now, because you can see I know I can't zoom into this, I'm afraid, but you can actually see the black alloy wheels, on the wheels themselves, as well as these hubcaps are just sort of clipped into place. So you've got a sort of nice two-tone. You've got shiny and matte black, and it looks really nice.
It's not a full hubcap, is it? It covers part of the alloy and exposes another part of the alloy. So it's kind of like a mush up between the two. But I think, like in that white with those wheels, I think it looks so good. I really like that. I really like that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see one up close and have a good look around it inside and out.
I had a little peek on the American website with their smaller wheels, and it didn't do it for me. The wheels make a difference. I really like that.
Yeah, me too. I'm not going to get into the Model 3 just yet. I want to touch on that in a minute, but let me touch on a few more things as well. So the interior, as someone's just reminded me in the comments, you also don't have ventilated seats anymore. That's something else it's missing. But let's talk about performance then. It's the slowest of all the Teslas you can possibly buy now, coming in at a tragic 6.9 seconds. I mean, it's still as fast as a Mini Cooper S.
That's not far off that Mercedes we were talking about last week.
Yes,
the entry level version of that. So it's still decent. Yeah,
it is. Decent. And people keep reminding me in the comments, not everyone wants their face ripped off when they're driving a car. I mean, I thought that was a thing that everyone liked, but it turns out not. Some people also don't need to go more than 110 miles an hour, which is now what this has been limited to. But what this does is change the insurance group. So this is going to be far cheaper to insure as well. And as I made a video about a little while ago, it's thanks to the new Model Y's redesign and the gigacasting that it's actually cheaper to repair as well. So when you couple cheaper repair costs as well as lower performance, less top end, it gives you a better insurance group. And that's something we'd all enjoy, is paying less insurance, isn't it? So I can't remember what insurance group it was down to. Was it 34? I can't remember. But that's not the only benefit for cost as well, is it? There's some tax benefits now. So the reason I thought this was going to come in at £40,000, let me just take it off and pop those on there, was because I can't remember what's going on. What is it?
Expensive car supplement.
Yes.
Luxury car tax,
Yeah, so the benefits from the recent zero emissions, what's it called? Vehicle excise duty. That's it. Yeah, I called it tragically on my video vehicle exercise duty. Someone put it out. So basically the tax for this car and all cars now is basically £195 a year. And then for different engine sizes, if you've got an engine or if you have a more expensive vehicle, you'll have to pay an extra 400 and something pounds per year from years 2 to 6. But what changed recently in the budget was that expensive car vehicle amount was changed from £40,000 to £50,000 for the car price. So basically, it's just saved people like me £2,100. We don't have to pay the expensive car supplement on top of the tax anymore. It's all terribly complicated, though, isn't it? I mean, why can't they simplify everything?
I know. But it is applied retrospectively. So, there's one good thing that came out of the budget for car drivers. It's
no, you could have just left it there. One good thing that came out of the budget. Let's not go there. So, that's very good. And the leasing price as well, down to $299 a month now. If you because it's 0% APR for all of the models except the performance model. So even the long range is $399 a month, which I didn't think was too bad at all. Where's the? And I'm just going to find something, try and bring it up.
That was 0% on PCP or HP. So depending how you like to borrow money.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, hang on. There we go. So business contract hire over 36 months, 8,000 miles.
Yeah, that's
12 months advance plus VAT, $299 a month, and test drives start in January. So I do believe deliveries are expected to be February, I believe.
I think I've got the website up in front of me. So where does it say delivery?
Oh wait.
It's blah, 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 blah.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure because I thought
I saw it there earlier too.
I thought I saw it earlier, but maybe they're just taking it down.
Maybe the website's crashed with orders.
Available Jan 2026. You only got a month to wait.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I bring the comments up and we carry on talking, because there is loads of comments going on, which is really cool. If anyone out there's actually ordered one already, then please let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear what you guys think of it. Do you think it's something that you'd be interested in buying? Do you think it's going to be something that's going to be valuable for Tesla's sales? Do get involved in the comments, and we'll start bringing those up in a bit. So there we go. We've done the pricing. We've done what it's missing. We haven't mentioned anything to do with autonomy. Now, I tread very, very carefully in the world of autonomy at the moment. Just because, I don't know what to say about it, really. I thought there was some good news coming. There might not be some good news coming. I don't know. I need Dave. Dave, we need you. just to help out understanding what's going on with FSD in the UK, because we are witnessing some amazing FSD demos going on in Europe as we speak. Sessions are booked up in Italy, Germany, everywhere else. They're having to put more sessions out for people to test it. We've got robotaxi expansion in the USA. We've got people driving with FSD in Australia, New Zealand, China, America, Mexico, Canada. It seems to be all going on, doesn't it? Apart from one little place.
Yes.
Which is where we are. And we're not seeing such great news for the moment, unless Tesla's got some whopping great good news up its sleeve that we're not aware of.
Yeah.
But I guess let's get back to this. This is
tying that
back
to this Model Y standard, and the other difference between here and the US is that you can get this comes with basic autopilot, but you can have enhanced or FSD as well, whereas they don't have the basic autopilot on the versions in America.
So they don't, because I guess they have FSD and they want people to pay for FSD either monthly or outright because it's available. I mean, that's why. That's probably why we've got autopilot option here, because we don't have it available, which is depressing and annoying. But this car does represent a bit of a revolution to come. I think we're going to be looking back on this car and going, there was an autonomous ready car available to you guys for £42,000. Who would have thought one of the first fully autonomous cars in the world would ever be available to buy at £42,000? I mean, I wouldn't have considered that to be the case. You would expect it to be hundreds of thousands of pounds to provide such incredible value to be a self-driving autonomous chauffeur, wouldn't you? But here it is. The only thing we're waiting for is regulation to catch up and version 14 to keep incrementally improving until it's absolutely, nailed it.
I've seen some epic videos coming out of Europe with FSD, though. I mean, absolutely incredible stuff. Navigating very complex situations as well as a very good human driver. without any issues whatsoever, giving way to oncoming cars, making way, having to mount the pavement to get out the way of an oncoming car because there's no other space, and navigating around a pedestrian, and it's mind-blowing how it thinks and works. It's thinking like a good human driver.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's because it's been trained on so much human data, so many edge cases, and then on top of that, simulated versions of those same events as well. So it's seen more than any human driver will at this point. And
I think what's amazing is that this is obviously been in the United States for a while now, but they've just plonked it into Europe, and there you go, get on with it, and it's doing it. It's just mind blowing. They just drop it in there. Yeah, that'll be fine.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. So, what's crossed my mind as well earlier? If you're new to Tesla, you've not bought a Tesla before, and you walk into a showroom and you see this, and all those bits and pieces are missing that we were just talking about earlier, would you care? Would you still just go, well, that's a nice car for a decent price? By the way, the average price of a car in the UK is £42,000. And you're still going to be looking at the 15.4-inch screen and having a good rummage around there, realizing it can drive itself. You've got the app and all the stuff to go with it. It's still a pretty good value proposition, isn't it? Buying this one.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just looking at the picture on the screen to my right, and it's still a Tesla Model Y. There's a few trim differences, and that's what most people are going to tell. But I think, as you said, someone coming off the street, never owned a Tesla before, they want a kind of family hatchback crossover, and they look at that and they can afford it. And if they then, in the dealer or showroom or service center or whatever it is called, then has a look at the premium one and says, do you know what? The premium, this represents better value for money. I'll just go for that. And that's all I need. And I think it really will do most people. And it's like that kind of, it's like the anti-Mercedes at the moment, isn't it? And BMW, they're really pushing or paving the way for the opposite of understatement. And this is just a return to that kind of simplicity, understatement, completely fuss-free. It's got like a Zen-like interior, I think. I think it's going to appeal to. I think it's going to appeal to a lot of people. I really do. Yeah,
I think so as well. So I'm just getting lost in watching these videos. I could just watch these all day. I just like looking at the pretty pictures. No, it's nice, isn't it? I think that's with the 18-inch wheels on that one.
It does. It does.
Yeah. Okay. That's just perhaps not. I noticed some comments today on the video that I put out where I've talked about this. I've been through all the spec in thorough detail if anyone's interested. Someone said this move will hit the second-hand market, meaning there's going to be even more Tesla bargains to be had. Amazing. And I suppose it will, won't it? And
it will do.
This is what a lot of people are finding out. You still got the same value in any second-hand Tesla. You still get all the benefits of the app and the interior, the screen, all the features and functionality, the performance, and they're just getting cheaper and cheaper, and more. And as evidence is showing, they're getting more and more capable. With cars with 300,000 miles on the clock, and they're still absolutely flawless.
So, and I like the fact that they're kind of removing complexity as well from the cars, where it's been added in to Teslas in recent years. It's like, let's just remove that complexity. And just kind of get back to a simpler design. It's very practical, family car. I honestly, looking at that, I think what it is really, Will, is they've put the 19-inch wheels on it, and that's just completely changed the looks of it. I think it's just made it look so much better.
I think these
up
wheels
there on the video, those,
not sticky.
No.
I want to say bin lid, but I won't. What are they thinking? Honestly, maybe they look much better up close, but
I don't think they do.
Nor do I. But yeah, sorry, I don't want to offend anyone who's bought one already. You know,
I mean, if you like it, it's fine. But you know, I just think the 19s look a lot nicer.
yeah,
And it just fits the car, doesn't it? The mass of the car, those 19-inch wheels just fit it perfectly.
yeah, I think so. And there's someone who wrote to me earlier as well. I'd rather lower speed and acceleration for lower insurance. A bit more efficiency also helps. I've managed fine with this range already on existing EVs, plus with a Tesla having access to all the superchargers makes it that little bit more easy. So you know, I've had a right mix of comments. Lots of people saying they prefer the look of this as well to the premium version. They just prefer the sleekness to it. I thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah. I know that some people love the light bar at the back. And some people aren't into light bars. So that, you know, you got choice.
I tell you where I liked my light bar the most was when we were camping and it was dark.
Yeah.
And we just had the light, we kept the lights on and the red afterburner glow just lit up our campsite. It was beautiful.
That looked amazing.
It's really nice. Yeah.
That looked amazing.
Check out our camping video if you're not seen that.
There's one, I think you're at a wedding venue as well, and you took a shot of your car. And it was
it was like driving out.
Dark. Yeah, and that looked really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone said nice house. I'm like, oh, dude, that's not my house. It's a wedding venue. Not quite the same. So you know, here's a question: why did Tesla delete my version, the previously known rear-wheel drive that I guess is what now premium version? That was 44,990, and they've replaced it with this no frills standard version. Does it make sense? At £3,000 less than mine, and I guess I'm probably going to answer that, aren't I? But you do the first bit.
Yeah, well, there's a gap, isn't there, in price, which could easily be filled with a premium rear-wheel drive standard range. But is it just too close to this new standard? Will it hurt? Will one hurt sales of the other? I don't know. There is a gap there, definitely.
I think would it? Yeah, Tesla are probably looking at it from the perspective of would it really be worthwhile providing this car for just £3,000 less than my version? Probably not. I guess it would make sense to have a bigger gap. So you know, if you can afford this one and you want to just get a Tesla with no frills, what do you do? Buy this one. But you know, £7,000 difference to get to the long range. That's quite a jump, isn't it? So
yeah. Do you know who's going to buy this a lot though? I reckon minicab firms, minicab drivers.
Oh yeah, fleets and taxis. Yeah.
I think it will do really well because it's priced right. It's just a little bit more expensive than the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, but there's a lot more space in it.
Yeah,
and you don't have all the posh bits to get kicked by customers in the back and that aren't necessarily needed if it's just a kind of a workhorse.
Yeah.
So I think it would do. Yeah.
Just to touch on autonomy again, you know, if FSD lands in the UK in 2026, let's say it perhaps will, this car will be able to drive you anywhere under supervision for now. How much is that worth to taxi drivers, to commuters? I mean, I don't know. You commute quite a lot, don't you? I mean, can you imagine, actually sitting there not driving, just paying attention, and then all of a sudden being told you don't need to pay attention anymore. It's still going to drive you just as it was, but it's all cool. You know, how much value would that make to your commute?
I think to my commute it would be invaluable. As some of you know who may have been following me this week, I was almost involved in a very nasty collision coming off the M25 at junction 14 when a van cut across from lane 2 over the checkered box, over the grass mound, just before hitting a crash barrier, which he just about avoided, and then pulled right in front of my car. So I reacted in human speed. If I had FSD, it would have seen that accident coming. It's like a preconception almost in human interpretation that it's going to start braking way before it's even hit my line of sight. So it's very busy. Going that way is very, very busy in the morning. It's all I can describe it as chaos. And I think with FSD, it would put order to chaos, and it will have its own control mechanisms for that. So I think, like for me, driving to work, I would absolutely love it, because it will take all the stress out of those horrible commutes and all the other people on the roads doing silly things. I've seen so many accidents in my years of commuting as well, and it'd be good that more cars had autonomy on their commute. I mean, full autonomy as well, because it will avoid all of that nonsense.
Yeah, I urge you, if you are on X, to go across to Graham_Cobb, have a look, just find that accident of the van. It's not an accident, is it? It's a very near miss.
It is a very near miss.
The point being, if you would have been half a second in front of yourself, that van would have had no chance but to just swipe you across the road.
Exactly.
You would have been a horrific pile-up, loads of cars around you. People may have died, all because human error. Just driving like a pillock. It's close call. I was very pleased to see you're okay, obviously. But this has happened thousands of times today. People have had tragic accidents. People are losing limbs and dying every day because we don't have FSD. So, regulations. It'd be great to get a wriggle on and, start working towards putting an end to unnecessary deaths and accidents, in my humble view.
It's like, how much do you value your life and your family's life, really? If you can have FSD for £99 a month, you would just do it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. And I know this seems a little bit rude, or what's the word? Obnoxious, perhaps. But if you can afford to get your family in a Tesla, why wouldn't you? If you know it's the safest car in the world, it will, as I found out when I first bought my car nearly 5 years ago, when it avoided an accident, when I was pulling onto the motorway and then a car came from the outside lane and was about to swipe into us, which I didn't see. Our car took over and just moved me out of the way. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Then I saw the car. It would have pit maneuvered us at 70 mile an hour, and it saved my life. And from that moment, I'm like, oh my God, this technology, that's what started this whole sort of, fascination with the technology and the safety features of Teslas. And good grief, if you have a choice and if you choose not to buy a Tesla and you buy a more expensive, inferior car with less safety technology and you're driving around with your family, I'm just like, I don't know what to say to you. That's crazy.
And that's basic autopilot doing that as well. So just imagine, the capabilities of FSD versus basic autopilot is orders of magnitude better. And orders of magnitude safer, although autopilot itself is like orders of magnitude safer than a human driver in that regard. It will spot things. And I've had exactly the same thing happening to me with my two nephews in the car, again on the M25, where a car got into trouble, put its hazards on and just went across all the lanes. Whether he had a blowout or not, I don't know. But my car braked and steered into a different lane to avoid it. So, and that was on basic autopilot.
But I think that's the wake-up call, isn't it? When you've got family in the car or something like that happens, that's like, oh, wow, it's just pay for itself. I mean, Right. Let's get through some comments. So with Elon, safest car, just talking about safety. There you go.
Yeah.
Metropolitan can't wait. He's upstairs. The Standard is terrible value now that we have removed the premium Standard range rear-wheel drive. Anything to say about that, Graham?
Well, it's perhaps demonstrating that people would still prefer like a premium rear-wheel drive car with a Standard range. So, maintain that price of, what was it, 44 for the Standard rear-wheel drive.
For this one, it's 42.
Yeah, for your one.
Oh, sorry, for mine it was 45. Yeah,
45,000 for that. So you then have like a 42,000, a 45,000, a 49,000 option, and so on. So that this is all valuable feedback, I suppose, that people should make to Tesla and say that there is a big price differentiation between the base version and like the mid-spec version now. So
and if you didn't have £350 to spend a month, but you do have £299 to spend a month,
Yes.
I guess it is good value, isn't it?
Yeah.
But something worth mentioning as well. I mean, I don't know whether to bring this up as well, but it is this chart. This is one of the most important things. Oh, not that.
Oh, I thought that is quite important as well, to be honest with you.
Not as important as this.
Oh,
so
okay.
this was a little. So just to explain, when you're on this flipping thing, StreamYard, I'm still getting my head around it. I've got all my files down at the bottom. You see, if you press one, you've got to take it off again before you put the next one on. So then you've got to figure out which one it is. So it takes a while. Anyway, here we are. This was just a very brief example of if you travel 12,000 miles a year in a car with an engine, and let's say it costs you about £2,100 per year. Okay, that's just a standard petrol SUV, average range of 35 miles per gallon, and you do 12,000 miles a year. But if you were to get an electric car and charge it home on an overnight tariff, which I've been doing for 6 years now, Graham, I know you've been doing the same, where you only pay, an overnight tariff of 7 pence per kilowatt hour, it's 1/10 of the cost. So, another way to look at the price of a car is how much can you save? If you do have a driveway, you can go to an electric car for the first time, and you can buy a Tesla as well at £299 a month. You've got to look at your savings over the year and then over 5 years. So just fuel savings alone could save you around £10,000 if you're going from a car with an engine to an electric car. And then that's not including maintenance. So you've got thousands of pounds more to consider if you are coming from a car with an engine. I think that's just something worth sharing for people that haven't made the switch yet or are a bit worried about doing so. But of course, this Model Y, it ticks so many boxes now. It's still got over a 300-mile range. It's not got any compromises. Whereas 5 years ago, electric cars had compromises that are either really expensive, and out of the reach of most people, or the range was low, and there's problems. Now, this is far better than any petrol car, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, like even if pay-per-mile is introduced, and that's going to add over 12,000 miles, going to add £400 to the cost, it's still cheaper, a lot cheaper than running a combustion car.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Quantum Dan says, Quantum Dan. I can't say it. Quantum Dan. I think it looks smarter than the premium version. So yeah, lots of people saying that.
With those wheels. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
I've got a thing about this.
Oh well, someone else has said just the interior that lets it down. But again, if you like the cloth feeling, there's plenty of people that don't like the full-on leather feeling.
That's true.
And don't mind a bit of cloth.
Yeah. I think it's a case of go and see it when it's available to go and see in the Tesla Center. Go and have a look.
Yeah.
See if it and compare it to the premium Model Y. But yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things that will not appeal to some, will appeal to others. And I've seen a few YouTube clips. People are quite happy because they can put the bag in the middle and whatever. Yeah, that's where they want it. They don't want it on the seat next to them. My wife always tucks it between herself and the driver's door. She kind of wedges it in there. So it's just it's a handy place. Yeah.
Elon said the best part is no part. Obviously, not for a roof liner to hide the glass roof. I'm still, I'm a bit.
That is a bit anti-Elon, that, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm a bit perplexed by this roof.
I think it's probably less expensive than having to engineer in a roof where they've never had to engineer in a roof before, because they've always had glass roofs. So
I think the adding of fabric is adding something. If it's already glass, just let it be glass.
I know, yeah.
I guess if it's cheaper glass because it's frosted or whatever, you can't see through it, and it's not got the special silver coating and the UV ray stuff and all that. It's just got fabric instead. Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Right, what does this one say? The one it replaces was 43 grand with the £2,000 deposit contribution. That's true. Yeah. This £2,000 deposit contribution, do you know a little bit more about that, Graham?
Yeah, so that's still available on the premium ones, but not on the standard. Certainly not at launch anyway on the standard. But for the premium rear-wheel drive and the premium long-range rear-wheel drive, there's still a £2,000 deposit contribution. So that does bring the cost down a little bit. So the rear-wheel drive then will go down to, what is it? I've got it right in front of me. So the long-range rear-wheel drive is, bear with.
Here we go. Do you want to look at this?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's a bit more slick than mine. So yeah, 48,990. So that goes down to 46,990. So the gap is reduced then, isn't it? So
yeah,
so that's a good observation.
Yeah, very good. Something else to mention as well, based on this comment I've just seen, if they bring the Model 3 standard in at 37 grand, and it could benefit from the government 3,750 off, that would be a game changer. Yes, it would. And I think there's also a chance that it could be even cheaper than that. My prediction would be about £35,000. I think it would come in at 34,990. Well, somewhere between that and 36,900, I suppose. At the very best, it could be 35 grand.
That would be amazing value for money if it came in at that price point.
And then money off.
And then money off. But there's two tiers to there's 3 tiers to the grant. There's no grant. There's the tier 1 and tier 2. So tier 1, I get the tiers wrong way around, but one of them is £1,500 and one of them is 3,750. But you have to. There's about 20 pages of metrics that manufacturers have got to kind of meet in order to qualify for a grant, and then to qualify for the lower grant or the higher grant. So most of the cars that come out of China don't seem to be qualifying for a grant at the moment. And as we know, the Model 3 right-hand drive models are made in Shanghai. So it may or may not accrue some government grant if it does come in below that £37,000 price point. That I don't know. I'd have to look into that a bit more. But I don't think people should get their hopes up in case it doesn't.
Right, but it does look like it's coming, because today on the configurator, it's showing that the rear-wheel drive the current standard. In fact, let me bring it up again. This one, take it off there. The rear-wheel drive APR is at 6.9%, and the rest of them are all at 0% APR. So it looks like they're perhaps trying to get rid of these rear-wheel drives.
You're going to really want one.
You've got to really want one. Pay more for it and look through inventory probably until this bad boy comes up. Now these wheels, I'm not zoomed in enough again, but they're not so bad. But as far as this car goes, it doesn't lose quite so much, does it? It's still got a glass roof.
Yes. It's still got the same center console.
Yes, but it does have fabric seats.
It does have fabric seats.
Does it lose the rear screen? Yeah, I think it does.
It does lose the rear screen, yes.
Yeah. But again, whatever price this does come in at, even if it's £37,000 worst case scenario, which is sit at just a few grand cheaper than the one today, that would still be the cheapest Tesla you can buy, and a flipping awesome car. I mean, the rear-wheel drive Model 3 is spectacular. Again, if you've never driven one, take one out. They are such good fun to drive.
They are.
Yeah, and I can't remember the 0 to 60 of this one, what it would be.
I don't remember either.
No, I don't remember.
No.
Right. So that's what we think. Any day now, I think the standard Model 3 is going to be.
The website is kind of pointing towards change, isn't it? So with that particular one. So and then of course the long range rear wheel drive and the long range all wheel drive would be known as the premium. But does that mean then that the long range rear wheel drive will have the premium interior, I don't know how many speakers and 2 subwoofers?
I don't know.
Because my long range rear wheel drive has got the standard, not the standard spec, but the base spec, the rear wheel drive spec. So I'm just wondering whether that gets a little enhancement.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah.
No, me neither.
Our friend Greg says keeping the glass roof was to do with the structural design of the car. Yeah, I knew that. I forgot. Yeah. And it would have cost more money to change the manufacturer line and design of the car. Yeah, I did know that. Gosh, I forget everything.
Greg says it better.
Thanks, Greg. Well done. Right. Hi, have a company car on order, the Ford Explorer. Wish I could cancel it and order this. I don't blame you. Sorry, that's not what you want to hear. But yeah.
I mean, the Ford Explorer is based on a Volkswagen ID4, so it's a good car, but it's not a Model Y.
You're very
I've been
kind.
I've been in a Ford Explorer. You'll be fine, but if you could change it, change it.
Yeah, exactly. And someone just reminding that the luxury car tax starts from £50,000 now.
Yes.
For electric cars only. If you do have a car with an engine, it's still £40,000. What does it say? It looks like you have 2 live streams going at once. I know, Greg. Yeah, it's very confusing. I don't know what I did.
Are we on both?
I don't know. I've got 2 videos going out. Someone chuck us a super thanks. It might take twice. In fact, are they even working today? I don't know whether my super thanks are working. If there's any way to tell, I don't know. Right. I assume the Y standard will come with hardware 4. Yes, every Tesla that's produced today will come with hardware 4. One vertical stream and 1 horizontal. Yes. Now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true. I know that. Oh, that's why there was 2. That's it.
Now,
my goodness.
Now it's
Right, now this makes sense. I'm looking at it on my screen.
Yeah.
A vertical. This is the Mars thing. What did it say? Forget it. It's StreamYard told me earlier that it will record a version in landscape and a version in portrait.
Okay.
That's why it had 2 videos ready to go on my YouTube channel. Just got it. Flipping empty. That's why we had all that problem at the beginning. Yeah, thank you. Very clever person for letting me know. Right. So someone says no one will have ordered one of these. You can still get a premium rear-wheel drive standard range from stock for 43 grand and 0% APR.
Do it if you want to.
Yes, customs and exercise. Yeah, there you go. And just a quick shout out to David. This is my vidIQ coach all the way in Canada. Hello, how you doing? That's nice. Right, does anyone have any more questions? Oh, just found one already. No, we've answered that.
You've got two super thanks, whatever you call them. One from Quantum Dan.
Oh, it does work. Oh, thanks. I've got one from Greg.
Greg sent you a 99p sticker.
Dan. Thank you very much. I've never had a sticker before. What do we do with it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Thanks, mate. And yes, it's working. Hey, thank you very much. £2. Graham, I'll split it with you.
No, you deserve it. You deserve it.
Nice. I've lost the comments now, though. How do we get back to them? Quick, Graham. Phil.
Oh, okay. So
no. Sorry. I found them.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Let me turn. Oh, I can't turn that off now. Okay. Right. Right. FSD is close to launch in the UK. It will be a game changer. I flipping hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. I really do.
Yeah. Okay. What do we have here? I've terrible article in The Guardian today about EV sales plummeting and Tesla's sales falling. Also quoted Elon's Nazi salute. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to say? Yeah.
I think I just want to address the EV sales plummeting, because this comes around every couple of months. And what happens with the cars coming into the UK, they come in batches, and they dump a load in the UK every couple of months. And so you have an influx coming in, the sales spike, and then they fall off, and then they spike and fall off. And it just goes like this throughout the year. But mainstream media like to report it as bad news. Yeah.
The other thing that grinds my gears is when I see Tesla's market share is falling. It's like, yes. It doesn't matter that Tesla's market share is falling. What matters is how many flipping cars they sell. That's the only metric that matters. Of course, if there's only one electric car company in the world and they sell 100% of all of the electric cars, guess what happens when there's another car manufacturer that starts selling electric cars? You've now lost some market share. It doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter.
You want market share to fall, because that means that other car companies are getting on board and they're starting to sell electric cars and they're displacing internal combustion cars. It's a good thing. But as you said, it's the number or the volume of cars each manufacturer sells. And you can see that with the SMMT data. It's very, very clear.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Before we finish up, I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it. Could this be one of the cheapest cars we see from Tesla? Or do you think there might be a cybercab coming in the steering wheel. What do you think, Graham?
Well,
you had to bet your life on it. What do you think?
I know. I've kind of got like Farzad theories on this, and I can see a market for it. I can see a purpose for it.
Agreed.
And they've got the new production facility set up to cope with massive demand as well. So they could meet the demand with the new production process. So I think it certainly represents an opportunity to get more FSD cars on the roads in people's hands. I think I mentioned to you before the live stream that one potential thing that would be a massive game changer for Tesla is if they produce this compact car. Let's say it starts at $25,000 or £25,000, and it's launched with FSD, and that's part of your premium subscription package. And they might put the cost of that up a bit to kind of compensate for differential. But that's all part of it because the car's so cheap to manufacture and they're producing it in such great volumes, but it gets more FSD miles back into the kind of Tesla network, doesn't it? And
but just on that point alone, do you think they'll need it by then? If they're so confident that 14.3 is going to be the final puzzle piece, as Elon called it, how much more data are they going to need? I mean, why would they need to rely on millions more cybercabs for the data?
Tesla are not a kind of company that will rest on its laurels. They'll always look for continuous improvement. Even if they think they perfected FSD, they'll still go for continuous improvement on that. And collecting more miles is perhaps the best way for them to do that and to ensure and prove safety around the world with the data. And I think the more data they gather, the more irrefutable evidence they have that they have solved autonomy, and regulators need to speed up and adopt. And I think it will take a little bit longer for like cybercab and robotaxi to really take off. I think it will get to a point after FSD is solved and it's unsupervised for robotaxi to kind of spread and start to offer services up and down each and every country. So there is a lag there. So I think there's a gap in the market for Tesla that they could fill with a compact car. But Elon Musk's brain works several light years ahead of mine, so he's probably done all of the maths in his head and gone through all the scenarios. So I'm just a numpty with an opinion, but how do I know?
So we all are.
I'd love to. Yeah. I'd love to see a compact car from Tesla. I really would. But I'm kind of aligned to Farzad's thoughts on this, and I know that him and
my heart is.
Yeah. He's had. Yeah. I know the logical reasons why not as well, but I think there's a good argument for and a good argument against as well. So we can live in hope. Yeah.
To me, it would be just as ridiculous though to say, oh, here's the robo-van that we showed you, but we've decided to put a steering wheel in it. What?
Yeah, but
it's like, why? The cybercab is not designed to have a steering wheel. It's from any point of view, from the design, from the ground up of it. It's never been designed to be a manually operated car that you can just drive. That was the thing called Project NV91 that Elon was talking about in the autobiography that was written by what's his face all those years ago, when that was the idea, to make this compact car alongside the cybercab. But then Elon was like, the future is autonomous, so we are cancelling that. And then we've just had, as we've talked about today, the Model 3 and the Model Y Standard. They are the cheaper Teslas, the manually operated Teslas. And I'm saying this at the same time in my head, I want the flipping small car. I really do. It would be amazing, but I just don't see why Tesla would spend all of their efforts on the materials and the batteries and the chips and everything else going into a manually operated car that they will sell a ton of. But, and here's the kicker, there would be it'd be a mass-produced car for minimal profit. They wouldn't make much money on it. Why would they put so much attention to building this car for manual operation if they know the future's autonomous? It doesn't make sense, and I think that's where I'll get stuck.
Why would they do that with the 3 and the Y? Why would they continue that?
Because they see the financial implications of what Robotaxi network and the Cybercab will bring, followed by Optimus.
Yeah.
And if you're talking from the materials point of view, why make a car that it would definitely sell millions and millions by the year?
Yeah.
But But it's all a materials-based game at this point, I think.
I think on the one hand, it's getting volume out there, and on the other hand, it's like you said, it's looking at the material impact of it. So Tesla are obviously trying to work hard at being a company that's more sensitive to the environment, as we've seen with Gigabillion, and in doing so, producing a concentration of fully autonomous cars rather than cars you manually drive would better target that, because there's less materials involved in it. But I also recall an interview Elon Musk did many years ago, and I don't remember who it was with, but he did say that Tesla's not going to build all the cars that everyone wants. We're here to kickstart the industry, and they can provide the choice. And I think there are some great hatchbacks, small compact cars that are coming out now, and this has all started because of Tesla going mainstream with Model 3 and then Model Y. So I think we just need to bear in mind as well that if you want a really good compact car, then I honestly don't think Tesla will make one. I think there's a business case to make one, and I want them to, but I don't think they will. And I think they're leaning on the industry in a way to, actually, they're doing it in a quite clever way if you think about it, with energy and with vehicles. So their energy wing is supposed to displace gas and oil, so which invariably will displace petrol, diesel as well. So they're tackling this from 2 angles, and they're dragging the industry into the 21st century with electric cars, and then they're competing among themselves to create all the different models and variants and so on and so forth that people demand. So
I think that's a good point about the cheap cars, though, because Tesla have kicked all the other car industries up the arse, and they're starting making these cheap, affordable cars, certainly in China. And there's fairly good. Obviously, other electric cars are available too. Certainly in Europe and China and elsewhere. I mean, in America, it's totally different. But that's the point. There is already a market for really pretty affordable cars. Unfortunately, probably not profitably for these companies. I don't believe any of them are selling, electric cars at a profit still. When you take into account their entire business model, which is still attached to engines. So again, that leads me to just think, why would Tesla bother with that? I can have this conversation all day long, but for the sake of time and making this under an hour, I'm just going to say thank you. Have a drink on me, guys. Isn't he nice? Look, it's Greg. Thanks, Greg. Really appreciate that. And just one more question from Tesla Watch. Anyone using Grok these days? It's amazing. God, yes. Every day. But I had an argument with him earlier. Grok was adamant that this standard Model Y, it's come on my phone. He was adamant that this new Model Y didn't have a heat pump. And it kept telling me, yes, it doesn't have a heat pump. Arguing with me for ages. I'm like, you bad boy. I know you're wrong. There's no way that Tesla are going to take out a heat pump. And eventually he admitted defeat and apologized to me. So just a fair warning, Grok can be wrong, which I do find out often.
You should forgive Grok as well, because he solved your live streaming problem earlier.
It did, yeah. Graham got straight onto Grok and saved it. Yeah. I spotted before I came live with you as well. There's a chap who went to the hospital with an issue in his stomach, and he was sent home. And was it appendicitis? I can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
Something
it
really
was.
serious. And the doctor took a look at him, sent him home, and he was like, "No, this isn't right. I've got these sharp pains in my stomach. I mean, excruciating pain. No other illness, or he didn't feel poorly or anything. Just this pain inside." And he'd had a long conversation with Grok, and he walked himself back to the hospital and said, "I need a scan, a CT scan now," and demanded it. And then Grok was right with his diagnosis. I really wholeheartedly recommend anyone talks to Grok with any health issues, because I've had a ton of great conversations about certain aspects, and it's been really useful. Far more time. Well, Grok has far more time than a doctor's appointment for 10 minutes. Is my opinion. So I think Grok is fantastic, and it's only getting better all the time. I like Bad Rudy. Yeah, I haven't used them. I've
not heard of Bad Rudy.
No, I didn't really get that anime girl. Felt weird.
I didn't do that. Yeah,
I didn't talk to her. I didn't know what to do with her, so I just left it.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a weird place to end it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Graham, for joining me today on this
very much, Hamil.
Very chaotic start. I apologise, but we got there in the end. So thanks everyone for joining me. It's been great, and well, I didn't get my Patreon bit already, did I? Flipping heck. If you're there, right, and you're watching and you watch me all the time on YouTube, do consider going across to Patreon, because I've got loads of extra bonus content over there. I do a weekly episode for you guys, just for you, and there's only about 20 people who watch it once a week, so it's really it's very niche, and so head on over to patreon.com/Tesla Jigsaw, and there's loads of extra stuff over there. So thank you all so much for being here, and as I get myself through, what is this, live stream number 4, something like that?
Was it 4 already? Wow.
Yeah, doing all right. I'm going to try and make this regular now, every Friday. So thanks for joining me, Graham. It's been great.
Yeah, welcome.
And I'll probably chat to you right after I press stop recording. So bye everyone, thanks for being there.
Bye.